Guys, if you haven't checked up on our social media recently, what have you been doing? I'm at Nick Hardwick, and Jamie is at jamie.hardwick. That's Jayme with a period, and then Hardwick, which is not to be confused with the other Jamie Hardwick, who I tagged a little while ago on Instagram, and she notified me that you may want to get this straight, bud. Your wife may be pissed at you. That earned me the Worst Husband of the Week award. Sorry, babe. Anyway, you guys know that Lose Like a Lineman is going off. I'm sure you've seen some of the ads circulating. Hundreds of men now are losing staggering amounts of weight on a daily basis. It's been so awesome to see. And of course, I had no idea that life would turn into this for me or for us. I just had to get the information out of my head, share it with others, see if it could help people reclaim their lives. And lo and behold, it has. And I am just really grateful to be a part of this amazing team. And the most fulfilling thing for me and the program is the weekly interactions that we get through the accountability network. So sign up for that. It is awesome to get personal connections and have conversations and get to understand who people are, what their challenges are, and assist on a very personal basis on a weekly basis. So as this was all going on, we're getting crazy amounts of requests from the ladies wondering if this program is good for them too. And for me, I said, sure, yeah, it is. But really, since the beginning, I've tried to get Jamie to give my plan a try, and she would try it for a day or two and then basically tell me it wasn't for her. And finally, listening to the requests on social media and through email for a female version, and then getting some feedback back from females who were actually in the program and taking that into account. And then asking and not telling Jamie what can make this plan work for her and for other females. She went, took the parts from the men's program that she liked, modified it to accommodate the female body and your guys' individual preferences, and gave it a try. And I tread lightly saying this to her. Thankfully, she's not around right now. But it's been super cool watching her own this program. She has gained control back over the food, has reset her hunger cues, and has lost the weight she's been trying to lose really forever. I know. Believe me, I don't think she has anything to lose either, but still, she's getting to a place where she feels great about her body, and that is important. In fact, I just get out of the bathroom and she says, I've lost this weight, but Nick, I've lost an inch off of my waist. She's taken measurements. So we sent the adjustments back to our design team, and voila, the Lose Like a Lady program is born. We would love for you guys to join the team. If you want to know more, all food preferences and eating styles work within the framework we provide in both the men's and the women's program. We do provide body weight only workouts and daily activities known as every hour on the hour exercises, EHO. But guess what? As we tell everyone, the exercise is the least important component of the plan. It's not required to lose weight. If you don't want to exercise, or you've got your own form of exercise that you would rather do that. We are never going to discourage that. This program will help you figure out what works best for you. You're going to learn appropriate caloric loads for the day and per meal. You're going to learn how to match your caloric intake with daily activity levels. You're going to break free from the having to eat a meal every 3 hours cycle. It really is an incredibly empowering experience. Also, the program helps build healthy self-care habits that make the program sustainable for life. And it's wonderful when you figure out that the more you take care of yourself, the healthier, the easier it is to make good choices when it comes to food, when it comes to exercise. And the best part about the program that a lot of people find is it's 4 weeks on and 2 weeks off of the plan. That is what we call a diet break. How many programs encourage you to not do the diet? We do that so you're going to build trust with yourself. You're going to take the skills you learned and you're going to put them to test in the real world. The whole process, it's incredibly empowering. When you reclaim your health, you really do reclaim your life. Join our teams. Sign up at hardwick.life. It's like hardwick.com, but hardwick.life, and use the code podcast20 for 20% off the order. And by the way, you can use that code forever on anything site-wide forever. And we want you to know that we're here for you. You can email me directly at nick@nickhardwick.com. I do. I get back to everybody. Try it. Try me. I'll get back to you. Anything you have. Show recommendations, any questions, any support, any criticism. We're here for that. throw everything my way. You need help modifying this program to suit your particular needs? All you got to do is ask. We've helped hundreds of people make this program work in their lives, and you can too. All right, guys, back to the show. Check it out, hardwick.life, podcast 20 for 20% off, and we hope to see you on the network soon. Love you guys. Thank you. Nice. And I don't know about you. I just think, I think a lot of women prepare the meals for the men and obviously have a huge influence in the house. Jamie does most of our meals, most of the planning behind the meals, most of going to the store, ordering it on Instacart or whatever we do. And so it's just, I think it's beneficial to us. Obviously, we reap the benefits and you get the acclaim for losing the weight and all that. But it is really nice to have a support system who's on board with you. And it's kind of cool that she's now going through a version of it with you and you guys can hold each other accountable.
It's always easier with the, if she and I are the only ones in the household. We're empty nesters. Both the boys are out. And so it's just her and I. So if one's trying to do Atkins and one's trying to do keto, it's just a complete mess. So it's like, it just doesn't work. So typically we just jump on board with the same thing and roll with it. But this has been good for us. It's especially because you don't, I don't know. I don't feel as it's as hard as other things, only because there's some days I get to eat 2,400 calories. And how my day is structured. I don't eat past 6, and so I'm starting my day at 4 in the morning, and so like where I rotate my foods at are different each day. But sometimes waking up at 4 and not eating until 3 p.m. On the one day is probably the most difficult one.
Oh, that becomes challenging. And then like I tell people, it's like, if you don't have it in you to make that one meal day, split that one meal into 2 meals, so there is flexibility within it, but I also understand, it's a bit of a competition or a challenge for yourself.
For sure.
Get over. So there's a lot of that in there, which I think is super cool when you realize I can do the one meal day and it's not going to kill me. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a challenge, but then I do feel like there's a bit of empowerment that goes back into that when you get through that first one day and you go, holy crap, I made it. I can do this.
Right.
I now have control over the food and the food doesn't have control over me. And I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely.
So Bob, tell me about yourself. How old are you? Where do you live? How much weight have you lost? And what's working and what's not working?
So I'm almost 48. Later this month, I'll be 48. I live in San Diego. I live in Pacific Beach area.
Nice.
I work for the Sheriff's Department in Riverside County. I've been doing that for almost 20 years now.
Oh, so that's why you're up so early. You got a long drive to Riverside.
Yeah. So I'm about 160 miles round trip each day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah,
so speaking of that book, I haven't dove into it yet, but I just downloaded it. So it'll take me one round trip and I'll be done with the book.
Yeah, there you go. So for people listening in, they're like, what book is Bob talking about? We just, as a Lose Like a Lineman network, we just had a book club meeting on Chop Wood, Carry Water by Joshua Metcalf, led by one of our guys, Patrick Afif. So he recommended it to it and we let him take the reins on, and I thought it was a really cool meeting. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's a great book.
Yeah. No,
maybe I'll try to get him as a podcast guest, the author of that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a couple of boys. I'm married. I've been married for, 25, 26 years, and got 2 boys. One's married and they just had their first child. So I'm a grandfather now. And
congrats. Wow.
Yeah, thank you. The other's getting ready to, he's in his last year at Baylor in graduate school. And then he's going to go off to law school.
Awesome.
Stay in Texas somewhere. So.
Yeah, that is really fantastic. What brought you to the program? Was there anything about having a grandchild that made you change your, like, what happened? Why now? Why is now the time?
I think there's been several now's the times, to be honest with you. But it was I started following you. I followed your path and followed the Chargers and whatnot. So it was easy to link up when you started getting on Instagram and doing this thing, several years back. But I think it was just a matter of, hey, it's there's the grandchild, there's retirement in my near future, and it's like I don't want to work for however many years and then not enjoy a retirement. It doesn't make any sense to me. I might as well just hang
Yeah.
it up now. So
Yeah. Good.
yeah, so it's just and it's clicked. This one's clicked. So it's fun, and it's going well.
What's clicked for you? I always like to figure out how people think about the program, because obviously I wrote it, but I see it the way that I see it. And I like to know how other people, what works for you and what maybe what doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, as far as the foods go, across the board, it's literally, it doesn't truly limit you on food types. It's just limiting you on food intake, your calories. So,
Mhm.
I mean, if I want to have a burger, in a meal, maybe I don't have the bun, or maybe I, get some sort of low cal bun, or whatever the case may be, or like it can take up 2 meals essentially of the
Yep.
calories. And if I'm on a 3 meal day, I can use that as two and be happy with the fact that I just had that. So that's kind of where it's at for me.
Cool.
And it's yeah. So, but I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm actually, just getting into a lot more like fish and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So, but you understand you can do that. And I
for
think that's
sure.
really cool that you have grasped the concept that you have flexibility within the structure, that within the corridor, I get to make all these different decisions and
Yeah.
make it your own, which, and nothing's off limits. Right. And I think that helps people realize that it's life, that you're building healthy habits for your life, and you're understanding how to match calories and how to count calories without tracking all the time. And it seems to me like that's a healthier approach to going about it, that you can have a burger and a beer, but somewhere along the line I got to account for it in my ledger.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And be honest with you, this last 32 days, for the most part, I've eaten pretty clean, and I've felt good about it. And the there if you decide that you're not, let's say you're going to have that burger and beer, it's such a quick reminder of how it makes you feel, whether it's good or bad. I mean, like both days that I've had something that maybe it's taken me out of the clean eating. You wake up the next day and you're like, this is exactly probably why I shouldn't be eating those things. So it's
Cool.
it's an
Yeah.
immediate reminder.
And it's really a great outlook too, because if you don't feel bad, how do you know that you felt good? Or vice versa, right? So if you feel bad for a long time, if you've never felt or experienced what it feels like to feel good inside, from the inside out, for an extended period of time, you don't want to go back to bad. You don't, I don't want that day. And that's how I feel about, I don't drink alcohol very often, because why would I go from the way that I feel every day, which is amazing, to feeling like crap? I'm not going to choose feeling like crap, because I know how I feel now and it feels pretty damn good.
Yeah, you're right.
So, Bob, how long you been on the program? How much weight have you lost?
So started the end of April or whatever. It's been 32 days. Yesterday was my 32nd day. So 4 cycles, or one total cycle,
Yeah.
and I've lost 27 pounds.
27 pounds in 32 days. How big were you when you started, if you don't mind?
387.
Wow. And you're down 27 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm
Awesome.
at 360. My goal is my I have all kinds of goals, which is cool. I have
That's
daily,
great.
I have like per meal goal. I have, excuse me, I have daily goals. I have weekly goals. My overall long-term is just, probably somewhere in the 250 to 260 range. And I would be, I'd be a completely different person. But yeah, it's
That's
I
fantastic.
I didn't gain it in a day, and I'm not going to lose it in a day. So I'm just trucking along here.
Yeah, like we talked today in the meeting. Enjoy the process. Enjoy
No doubt.
enjoy who you become on the way down. And then as a byproduct of doing all the little things right, look what you get to look like and feel like. You get to be 250, 260 pounds. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it, man. We'll celebrate again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, Bob, and thank you. And tell your wife best of luck. And I will be emailing her the ebook. So it's cool that she's down. How long has she been on? She's down 10 pounds and
same as me, the 32 days.
Wow.
So it's, I think 9.9 or whatever it was, but we'll
That's
call it
incredible.
10, I told her to stop at the decimals,
Yeah, just round up, would you?
Yeah, seriously.
We're good. We're good. We'll call it an even 10.
No doubt.
Right on. Well, thank you. And thanks for being a part of this. I love seeing you every week.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
All right. Hey, thank you, Bob.
Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.